But what is classified? What is secret? What is protected, or any of the other made up names they come up for? Then, I'm part of NMCB1. We were stationed here in the headquarters building. And my Master Chief Tisdale, 36 years active duty. This guy was older than dirt. He looked like it, and he knew his shit. And he tells me to go across the street over to the blueprint department where they print off all the imaging, all the blueprints, which are no longer blue, by the way. They're just giant fucking Xeroxes. And to grab a set of blueprints for this gazebo that they're building across, so they can go over them, and so they can go over them, meaning my ass can go over and correct any of the mistakes in the lines and the drawings and do all that. Mind you, here's our headquarters building. That's the building. Our office is right here in the corner, looking at this fucking big park with the gazebo that they're building in the middle. This gazebo cost over $100,000, but less than $125,000 because there's a law that says that CBs can't build in the United States over a certain dollar amount, because then it takes money away from the union labor and the construction workers in America, even on base. And that just always seems so wrong to me that, it's a specialized construction unit for a military. They should be able to build our own fucking bases, no matter where the base is. I could see not having us build buildings out in town, but on base, we should be able to build anything we want. But anyway, I digress. There's limits on how big the gazebo was. They're reaching the budget limit, meaning this gazebo is so over-engineered because they wanted electricity in it. And so they wanted all this other stuff. So to get electricity, they have to do a power line tap because it's in base, so that's main lines. There's no other building there. And then it has to be security. Well, now since there's power, it has to have a sprinkler system. And then it has to have a PA system also, because why else would you have power? Just for a few lights? What if the skipper wants to make a speech from there? And then it has to have all this other stuff, and it has to have a handicap ramp, and it has to, and I'm like, on base, it has to have a handicap ramp. Who the fuck is handicapped in a wheelchair and still active fucking duty that you can't cart them up the goddamn 4 stairs, because it's only 4 stairs to go up because it's a gazebo. But now this gazebo, which you'd think, it's just a little gazebo, no, has grown, and it's a monster fucking gazebo, almost the size of a carousel. You expect horses to go around in it. It is so damn big. But I digress. I have to go get the blueprints. So these blueprints are should be between 8 and 14 pages long just to build all of this goddamn gazebo. And I have to go through them and do what they call red line, which is you go through and you see what they're actually building as opposed to what you actually drew. And you draw the red line as your discrepancies, and then those red lines either get approved or not. They always get approved. And that becomes a black line, and someone over my pay grade black lines it back in and redraws it. So I go to the office, I tell the E4, hey, I'm here to pick up blah, blah, blah prints and NMCB1. And he goes, oh, those are classified. You need to have classified clearance first. Okay, they're blueprints for a gazebo. Why are they classified? Well, they're classified because they're structural blueprints, and terrorists could use them to blow up. Wait a minute. We're on base, and you're worried about terrorism. Okay. You're 50 yards from the main gate. You can see this fucking gazebo from the outside. So the blueprints, Google Maps wasn't a thing at the time. So the gazebo security of someone blowing it up really isn't that big of a concern when you can see it through the fence line, because, mind you, this is the fence line. So they could see it, the gazebo right through it. It was stupid. No, gotta have security clearance to transport these. But I'm the one who's going to be drawing the red lines on them. I'm going to be the one handing them back into you. That's going to be my fucking scribbles on it. Oh, gotta have security clearance to read them. to transport him. Okay, so I go back down the 2 flights of stairs, back outside, which it's hot as fuck out. You know, it's Gulfport, Mississippi. It's like 100 degrees and 100% humidity. And you're wearing polyester and just sweating your fucking balls off. And walk back to headquarters coming, walk back up the flights of stairs, walk through the big-ass building to get there. Tell Master Chief's like, where's the drawings? I'm sorry, Master Chief, they wouldn't give them to me. He said that you have to come get them because your name's on the bottom and you have security clearance because your name's on them and I do not, so I cannot get them. What? Go back over there and get them. Yes, Master Chief, you want to come with me or I'll walk with you? No, I ain't going outside. Excuse me, sir? They said that you have to pick them up. They won't give them to me. And he proceeds to tell me how no damn E4 is going to tell him that he has to go outside where it's fucking hot out and that he will make sure that those blueprints are ready for me when I get to that office and to walk over there, please. So I go back downstairs, go out, sweat my fucking balls off. My cover is now fucking limp and sagging because at the time CB starched all of their covers. They were starched up like a fucking Marine hat from World War II. And that's all fucking sagging down now because it's been sweated out. Go up there and he just hands me the tube with the drawings. Same motherfucker, same E4. And don't have to sign no paperwork, don't have to sign nothing. Seems to be Master Chief called over to Building Sergeant of Arms and demanded to know who was in charge of that department up there, and then called that person at home, and then told them that there's no goddamn way he's going outside to get those fucking drawings, and that he's sending his boy to get them. I guess I'm his boy. And that they better be ready. And they fucking were. And nothing was said, and the guy's like, yeah, I just had to hear from my boss. And I'm looking going, why didn't you just call your boss and tell him, hey, I got to get these for Master Chief. Can I give these to NMCB1 or not? As opposed to making him call your boss and yell at the boss, and then your boss yell at you, and me walk outside twice to get these fucking drawings for a fucking gazebo outside that everyone can fucking see. It's not a security risk. That's classified paperwork and the bullshit you need to transport stupidness. Well, they're classified because they're structural blueprints and terrorists could use them to blow up. Wait a minute. We're on base and you're worried about terrorism. Okay. You're 50 yards from the main gate. You can see this fucking gazebo from the outside.